Hello, Sivathan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You are the sister of Elmo. Well, I am Matthew, and I am coming to you today from freeprescriptionlenses.com in Durham, North Carolina. And I'm going to show you, of course, let's pick up where I left off in the last video. These are your lenses we're going to do. I took clear lenses and I tinted them a light brown, and we're going to cut them for your frame, which you have sent to me. And let me just write down some stuff first because it has no measurements on here. These are the, let's see, it is a 57 eye size, and we have about a 17 bridge. 57-17. Of course, these are poly lenses. I'm going to memorize the shape of this frame by barcoding it. Let's put that there. And let's zap that. I'm going to pop out the, as I explained to your brother in the last video, most frames have a little screw right here that I would loosen that up to be able to get the frame in and out, or the lens in and out. I am just going to have to force your lenses out and new lenses in. So let me go ahead and start tracing your frame. And of course, anytime I have a used frame, I want to clean out just the inside bevel in case there's any dirt, sweat, debris, body oil, anything like that. The tracing element of my tracer, that little stylus, will get in there and clean it out, so I want to get in there first and clean as much as I can. Put that there. And of course, your number 1531, that pops up on the computer, 1531, and hit the trace button. Is that in there? I undershot it. Hang on, stop. Go back. Actually went under the tracer. Now we are in there. Let me do this again. Trace. And that little stylus that I mentioned is going to come up and it's going to go around the inside bevel of your frame. It's going to do the right lens before moving over and tracing the left here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic frame from me and you will receive free, clear, single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses if that's your thing. Did that pop out? It did. It did. Look at that. It didn't like that. Let's just trace one side, shall we? It seemed to like the right, so we'll do that again. Messing up my computer, freaking it out. Let's just do the right lens. Let's do something differently this time. It's telling me don't do that again. Let me double check one measurement here. I'm going to override the stylus. Yeah, 17. We're going to do something differently. We're actually just going to trace the right lens this time. It's going to ask me the width of the bridge, which is 17. I'm going to type that in there, 17. It seemed to like doing the right. It didn't like to do the left. It didn't like doing that one. Where's it popping off at? Might have to do something different next time. Come on, trace the right. You can do it just one time. Just one time. Maybe it's the angle of the frame. Let me bring it downward some. It definitely don't like it. There we go. Come on, make it. Don't be difficult. Don't be difficult. Whew. Okay. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I think we got it this time. Follow that. You're getting very, very sleepy. You're getting very, very sleepy. Or very bored. One of the two. Okay, so we got a shape. Come on, shape. Give us a shape. There it is. That is your shape. Let me shrink that down, but that is the shape of your lens to a T. So, we can go ahead and magnify again. Let's go ahead and take your lenses and get them ready. Of course, your pupillary distance, it starts at 32.5. I'm going to hit this little minus button until 31 comes up, because you're a 62 on both eyes. Here's your brother's frame. No, okay. One of these lenses should say minus 75 sphere. Let me put it on minus 75. Rotate it. That's not it. Put on minus 75. That's the one. I like it. I only need to put one dot in the center because you have no astigmatism. I don't have to worry about where I line this lens up. This one I do. I'm going to spin the axis wheel to 62. Scratch my ear. Sorry. Put that on -1. By the way, I do have your lens packets, -1, -1/4. These are clear lenses. I just took them out and tinted ahead of time. That's why they're not in the sleeves this time around. Sivathan. I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know how many of my videos you have seen compared to your brother. But I'm putting these dots on there because that lines up exactly where your lenses are supposed to go. Your right lens, let's put it in there. Give you the full service. This is a block. This magnet on the back is going to hold it in place. I need to take 2 double-sided adhesive stickers and put them onto the block. Pull the sticker off to show you the little 3M logos. Place that there. Let me go ahead and put this one on there. And we're going to get everything lined up just perfect. Where's my stylus? That's my pen. Did I leave my stylus down here? Yes. Yes, I did. Grab my flashlight. So, make sure everything lines up perfectly, and it does. Let me try and rotate that just some, because we are near the edge there. Okay, and let's hit trace. The block. That goes on there. We're going to do the same thing for the left lens this time. That black dot goes in the center, and these other 2 dots go on the outside around it. Magnify the lens or unmagnify it just to make sure it's large enough to fit on that graph. And it is. And let's hit that button to drop the block down onto the lens. And let's see. That goes into the chuck. And let's do this manually again. Hit the manual button, and nope, I'm not going to polish. Hit start. The door closes, the clamp shuts, and now the 2 white styluses are going to trace the lens to make sure it's large enough to fit. Measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly where to place the bevel, although it's really not going to be that critical on your frame. But let's go ahead and do it anyway. Right now it's at the 50% mark. Let's move that forward till we're about 30%. Hit start. Put that back. Don't need that anymore. And your lens is just about to drop down onto the cutting wheel. Check my Faguzzi. It's about that time. Looking at my Faguzzi. It's about that time. Water running in the background only to collect the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic and high index lenses cut wet. Your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. Your lenses are virtually unbreakable. They are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection built into them. Yes, I hit the outside of the lens. That's going to be cut away anyway. But your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have all the UV protection you can ever need for the lifetime of the prescription of this lenses. So it's just again tracing the double checking everything after the cutting cycle, just again to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel. Your lens is completely flat now, just like a nickel. If I were to take it out of the edge, it would stand up on its own, and now the bevel is being placed onto the lens. By the way, Sivathan, I send out a photo request with every pair of glasses shipped. I would love to have your picture on the website. It's the least you can do since you didn't buy the frame from me. Bought it from my competitor, those big guys, those big global corporate behemoths who employ a sweatshop. They don't hire someone like me, someone skilled, someone with someone who has bad humor. Hey, you get what you pay for. Alright, so the arm's coming into place with a little spinning wheel on there. That's what's going to put the bevel onto the back surface of the lens, the concave surface, which is going to sit closest to your face. We'll have to see how this fits, just because there's no eye wire screw to take out. I may have to take it down in little tiny steps until it fits. The great mystery. Here we go. This is something I rarely have to do. Let's see how this works. On plastic frames, you can force it right in just because plastic is somewhat pliable. The metal is not, so we're going to have to see. Look at that. That's like when you clean out the dryer vent, the lint trap in your dryer vent, it comes out in one piece. So, let's see how this works. I'm going to tuck it into the outside corner. And using my strong fingers, hey, that wasn't too bad. It went right in there okay. Let's do the same thing for the left eye. Let's go ahead and take this block off. It is no longer needed. Hopefully that looks pretty good. That's a little light brown tint. Hope that's good. If not, send them back to me. I'll put some more tint in it. Where's my flashlight? Where's my flashlight? Okay. Oh, gotta hit the green start button. When I'm doing it manually, it makes me hit start in every step of the thing. Gives me all the options. How's that for a piece of Schwartz around the edge of your lens? Your lens is beginning to take shape. Now it's going to be traced one more time just so I can double check all its measurements. Always calibrating. Always double checking itself. It has its own check and balance system. Just to make sure the lens hasn't moved or slipped inside the chuck. Water is kicked in. It does that for the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle just to wash away any optical debris. The lens is just about done. Let me open the door with my mind and wait for your lens to come out. Jump onto the platform. I'll catch you. Okay, I'll take you out. Ooh, that's another good piece. Came off in one piece. Look at that. Bing! It's the little things in life that got to keep you happy. Okay. Take this. We're going to tuck that in there. And then pop that in there. Hey, easier than I thought it would be. Easier than I thought. That's in there good. Let me go ahead and take the block off. Dry everything off there. Now, I don't need that. I do need my little flashlight. So, your right eye, I'm going to put it in over that red dot and read the prescription, and I am getting -75. Your prescription -75. The unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. Starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, and so on. So you need 3 steps of far-sighted correction. You have no astigmatism correction. Your left eye, you need 4 steps of far-sighted correction to make everything the correct size, and you only need 1 step of astigmatism correction. Now, there is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. That is it. Don't freak out when you hear that word. It is not a disease. It is not an affliction. This first number, the -1, tells us how we have to minify, how your lenses will minify the image size to make everything the correct size. And the 0.25 just shows us how to crisp everything up so that there are no fuzzy edges. Let's go ahead and check your astigmatism correction. That's still, the axis wheel should still be set at 62 since I have not had to move that. Check the power. We're getting -1, so that is made perfectly. Check your astigmatism correction, and we're at -1.25. That's because the total power, you add these two together, starting at -1 and going a quarter step, we're at -1.25. Let's check your pupillary distance, which is 62. I'm going to place my PD stick against my thumb on your right lens, and then when we hold it up to your left lens, we're getting 62 millimeters, so that is made perfectly. Let me go ahead and use Elmo's tissue, I'm recycling here, to clean the lenses off. I will still go ahead and get these in standard alignment, even though you did not get these from me. Standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance, just means that it's going to sit level while it's sitting on the table. Now, when you get these, there's a small chance that these could feel too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and because of that, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But like I said, I'll get it in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter and press down. There is no wobble, and when I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. I have one ear that's higher than the other, so they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Flip them over. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly and the same amount of tension, and there's not. That one's a little tight. Let me loosen that for you. Finally, there's a screw on this frame. That one can be adjusted. Let me loosen that just a little bit. I just don't like a really tight tension, because if it's too tight, it'll actually torque the frame and cause the frame to break somewhere at the solder joint. So that is much better. So that's that. If anyone has any questions about what I can or can't do, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Sivathan, let me know if I need to darken that a little bit more. I was told you want a light brown tint, of which you have gotten. And I hope you enjoyed watching as I made prescription lenses for your aviator frames, and everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.